Let's get to the news. The markets are reeling once again from worries that President Trump's tariffs could cause a global recession. Markets from Asia to Europe suffered steep losses overnight, including a 13% drop in Hong Kong's index. In the picture here, we're sorry to say at home, it's just as grim. Before trading even opened today, just think about this, the S&P, the Dow, and NASDAQ all suffered sharp losses in recent days, hitting many Americans' retirement accounts. Caitlin Huey-Burns is at the White House, where the president does insist the tariffs are a good thing. Caitlin, good morning. We heard the president say sometimes you got to take some medicine.
Good morning. Well, the president's message to Americans was essentially hang tough. But that may not be easy with even bigger tariffs coming down the pike, and also could increase the price of everyday goods. But the president made clear just last night that he's not planning to change course.
President Trump is preparing Americans for potentially more market pain ahead, as even steeper tariffs are set to take effect later this week.
I don't want anything to go down, but sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something.
Speaking on Air Force One Sunday, he defended his trade policy and downplayed last week's Wall Street drop, the worst in 5 years.
What's going to happen with the market, I can't tell you, but I can tell you our country has gotten a lot stronger.
The 10% baseline tariff on a majority of imports went into effect Saturday, and the larger reciprocal tariffs on dozens of countries kick in Wednesday.
There is no postponing. They are definitely going to stay in place for days and weeks.
Administration officials said Sunday more than 50 countries have reached out to the White House to try to negotiate.
They're dying to make a deal, but I said we're not going to have deficits with your country.
President Trump, who spent the weekend golfing at his club in Florida, says he spoke to a handful of world leaders from Europe and Asia this weekend, including Vietnam, which is facing one of the highest tariffs at 46% and provides the U.S. with things like computers, clothing, and shoes. Trump wrote on social media that Vietnam would cut their tariffs down to zero if they can come to an agreement with the U.S.
If you look at that.
But Democrats warn Trump's tariff policies will have consequences.
If we head into a recession, it will be the Trump recession. He will completely own it.
The president is scheduled to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu later today here at the White House, where the 17% planned tariffs on Israel will surely come up, as well as the war in Gaza.
All right, Caitlin, thank you very much.